What's up everyone, Phil here, and welcome to a video that I was not planning on doing whatsoever, but as you know, this year I've really taken an initiative to react to lots of the things going on, whether it's with gaming, whether it's with pop culture, or whether it's with just controversy and news on the internet, and undoubtedly the hot topic this entire weekend has been the meltdown of Fine Brothers Entertainment on YouTube. And you may notice something a little different about this video. We've got a special feature, the live subscriber count for Fine Brothers Entertainment right here in the corner, as you can see, in a big downward exponential slope. So as I actually film this vlog, this counter is going to be jumping around and you're going to see just how many subscribers they're losing on their channel while I film this video. If that doesn't really make the point of how ridiculous and bad this situation is, I don't know what will. So who are Fine Brothers Entertainment? Well, they're two guys. Yes, their last name actually is Fine, and they are two brothers who have really capitalized on the big hit sensation on YouTube, react videos. Now, the Fine Brothers didn't originate react videos. Let's face it, people have been making reactionary videos to several things since over a decade. I remember back when Two Girls, One Cup was something huge on the internet, and they react videos to that, right? That was well before the time of the Fine Brothers, so by no means were they the creators, the innovators, or anyone who actually had to do with the original idea behind reactionary videos. However, they found a way to find a corner in the market by which they could make it huge, and they've been very successful. So just how did the Fine Brothers become so successful? Well, a little bit of research will find out that these guys actually have a little bit of money. They came to YouTube looking for an idea that would make them money. They found that reactionary videos were becoming, viral on YouTube all the time, and they said, maybe if we invest in an office, we hire professional staff, we get a professional kind of filmmaking crew with a full, studio to film in. If we hire people to be in these videos on the regular, and we really make the best quality, the most produced reactionary videos on the internet, we can become famous and successful. And the bottom line is, that's exactly what happened. They came in with big bucks. They started making these videos and really just doing the highest quality production value videos of reactionary videos anywhere on YouTube. They bought advertising. They did everything they possibly could, pushing money around to become popular on YouTube, and they actually reached success with subscriber counts over 14 million, and actually recently just launching a secondary channel titled React on YouTube that also was getting millions and millions of views per video. Now, some would say at its core, the idea of reactionary videos is kind of a cheap one. Like, what's original about just having people sit down and react to something? And the bottom line is, if you watch these reactionary videos that the Fine Brothers put out, there's really nothing interesting or original about them besides the reaction of the person watching. By the way, I think it needs to be said that what they're watching is usually someone else's work. They've done things such as watching movies, video games, hell, even other YouTubers' videos, all without actually paying anyone or getting any kind of legal permission to do so. They just like, oh, here's a reactionary video where they're watching someone else's stuff. Let's see how this person reacts. Whether it's an old person watching a violent video game, whether it's a young kid watching something that's adult rated, it's all kind of the same deal where they're trying to see, oh, what kind of a weird reaction will this person have? And a lot of the times that's what gets people to watch their videos, despite the fact that the idea was done before the Fine Brothers ever did it, and the fact that they're watching other people's content, and that's the core of the video itself. Alright, so why all the controversy about the Fine Brothers? I mean, they've had 14 million subscribers. Oops, they had 14 million subscribers, but what is the controversy going on with them? Well, this week, the Fine Brothers announced this new initiative by which they were going to create React World. This is a network that was going to span the globe, according to them, by which if anyone wanted to do reactionary videos like theirs, they could. And they could actually join part of the React World network, and you would get the Fine Brothers logos, the Fine Brothers kind of branding. They would promote your videos, of course, all for a cut of your ad revenue. So basically what they're saying is if you are all around the world and you want to do your own reactionary videos to stuff, you can do it, but if you do it under the Fine Brothers umbrella, you're obviously going to get all kinds of assets like promotion and, a big head start. Someone who's just on YouTube starting out doing a reactionary video might get 0 views. Someone who's doing it under the umbrella of the Fine Brothers might get a lot of views, but of course they're going to take a cut of your ad revenue as a trade-off. So earlier this week when the Fine Brothers announced this initiative, immediately there was backlash. Like, people were like, we all have been making react videos on our own forever. Like, no one owns the right to do it, so why do the Fine Brothers all of a sudden think that anyone would want to do it under their umbrella? It doesn't really seem to make sense. So a little bit of additional research was done. Come to find out, the Fine Brothers are attempting to trademark the word react. Let me explain. The Fine Brothers, as I said, made a YouTube channel named React. And they're attempting to trademark the word react right now so that anyone who makes some kind of a reactionary video to something or an interview or observatory style video to something cannot do so and use the word react in the description of the video. They also wouldn't be able to make any kind of a YouTube channel with that kind of video on it with the name react in it. So really, if you look at the situation, the Fine Brothers already had this successful YouTube channel called Fine Brothers Entertainment. They said, we see a lot of other people who are making these reactionary videos. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a new channel for absolutely no reason called React. We're going to trademark the word react. So now we literally own the legal right to shut down anyone who tries to make videos that are reactionary videos like ours and use kind of the same formula, or even tries to make a YouTube channel with the word react in it. And if this trademark goes through, they will have the legal right to do those very things. So I have some experience with trademarking because I actually have two things trademarked: Darkside Phil and DSP Gaming. Now, why did I trademark them? It's very simple. Because I have two popular YouTube channels under those names, and if I didn't trademark them, someone else could have gotten the trademark under my nose. They could have tried to make a YouTube channel of the same name and then made a legal case. Well, I want DSP Gaming because, you know, I own the trademark to it, and it would have been a big legal battle between the two sides until it finally got hashed out. Obviously, I didn't want anything like that to happen. Now, the same thing could happen right now where someone opens up a channel called Darkside Phil or DSP Gaming and they try to make new videos under my name. I own the legal trademark, therefore they wouldn't be able to do that if I took legal action against them. Let me tell you something. Do I really think that anyone would ever do that? No, I don't. But I wanted to cover my own ass when I was getting big on YouTube, and I had to do that and take that kind of responsibility to make sure no one was trying to steal my business out from under me. So in a lot of ways, understanding why the Fine Brothers would have wanted to trademark the name of their YouTube channel makes sense. I can see where they're coming from one perspective. But here's the difference between what I trademarked and what these guys are trying to do. I trademarked the specific name of my YouTube channels. No one else would want to use that name unless they were blatantly trying to copy me or say that they were me. React is a general word. It's a word that we use in the English language all the time. It's a verb. It's something that you're going to say in a video, in daily speech, anywhere. It's not a really hyper-specific name. It's not a character name like Darkside Phil. It's a word that everyone uses. And to try to trademark this word is preposterous from a legal standpoint. Now, I don't know if the trademark is actually going to go through, but the fact that these guys have been trying to do it since July of last year, and right now it's actually coming up near the end of the process, is worrying to anyone out there who likes to make a video that's called a reactionary video, and people are wondering what the hell's going to happen on YouTube if this goes through. So amongst all of this controversy with the React and the React world and all these announcements this week about Fine Brothers, some YouTubers have actually stepped up and said, we actually have had videos taken down by the management company / managed partnership company of the Fine Brothers, who is Fullscreen. Fullscreen is one of the biggest partnership companies on YouTube. And people as large as hundreds of thousands to millions of subscribers to as small as only maybe 20,000 subscribers have stepped up and said, here's concrete evidence that our videos, which are just reactionary videos to stuff the Fine Brothers have done, have been taken down by Fullscreen, and in some cases blocked worldwide, in some cases content ID and even copyrights were handed out. So there's a lot of issues here because the Fine Brothers apparently think it's okay for them to react to stuff that they don't own, and that's their big hot popular viral video series. But if someone reacts to something the Fine Brothers do, that's not okay, and they're going to hit you with a copyright strike or content ID. That's a little hypocritical. So all of a sudden, this entire weekend, all this information has been disseminated across the internet. Everyone's kind of like up in arms about what the hell is going on. Who do the Fine Brothers think they are to be doing this kind of thing? And a viral movement has struck YouTube. Basically, people coming up and saying, no, fuck these guys. absolutely ridiculous. It's out of control. Like, who do they think they are to try to trademark a word that everyone has used in their videos for years, way before the Fine Brothers ever did it? It would be one thing if the Fine Brothers had made this really original series and they were the ones who spearheaded it. No, reactionary videos have been on YouTube for over a decade. These guys didn't start doing it until a few years ago. Who the fuck do they think they are to say they legally can trademark and own this kind of a video idea? It's preposterous, it's greedy, it's absolutely ludicrous, and people are not going to stand for this shit. In actuality, it's gotten so bad this past weekend that big YouTubers are now kind of stepping up to the plate and saying this is absolutely ludicrous. I'm going to give you some perspective here why I think that this is such a bad thing. Let's say that when I was becoming very popular on YouTube, right? We're talking maybe from 2010 all the way through, say, 2012. I'd say those were probably my golden years or my best years, my highest viewership on YouTube. What if at that point, not only was I trying to trademark DSP gaming, but I also tried to trademark Let's Play? Oh, well, I make a YouTube channel called Let's Play. I'll trademark Let's Play. I'll own the rights to Let's Play, and therefore, I'll have all rights to anyone who tries to make a Let's Play. Now, people can still make Let's Play videos, but if they call it a Let's Play, I would own the legal rights to shut them down. That would be insane. That would be a career suicide for anyone trying to make a living on YouTube. Imagine that, being that fucking greedy that, okay, now here's the thing. I was not the originator of Let's Plays. I don't even like to call my video game videos Let's Plays. I like to call them video game playthroughs because I like to think that I do things a little bit differently than other people who came before me and have come after me on YouTube doing gameplay videos. But I'm kind of in the same situation that the Fine Brothers were. Between 2010 and 2012, when I was really popular on YouTube for doing Let's Plays, I could have tried to trademark Let's Play. And that's literally what they've done. And there's just such insane backlash. There's even like a hashtag now trending on Twitter. It's like unsub Fine Bros or something like that. And as you can see, people are doing it in droves. If you don't realize, before I opened this counter this morning, this number was 14,190-something thousand subscribers. They've lost over 200,000 subscribers in less than 10 hours, and it's growing exponentially. The internet has collectively come out and said, we're not going to stand for this kind of greed, this tomfoolery, and this bullshit. Fuck the Fine Brothers. We don't give a shit what they're trying to do. Let them fucking try to trademark it. No one's going to watch their shit anymore. Now, ultimately, we don't know what the long-term effects are going to be on these guys. I mean, right now, sure, there's this viral anti-Fine Brothers movement, but in a week or two, it could die down if they don't really start claiming other people's videos, or they back off on doing what they've been doing legally behind the scenes with people's videos. Maybe people won't give a shit after a week or two. It's funny how these things kind of die out and you never hear from them again on YouTube. But this by far is the biggest negative thing we've ever seen against any particular YouTubers in particular. And just the fact that people have really amassed so much ire and anger and riled up so much attention within a day's time is pretty unprecedented, and that's really why you get things like this counter going crazy. It's like out of control. Ultimately, even if they lose half their viewership, the Fine Brothers are still getting millions and millions of views on every single video that they put out. So unless it's their viewership that actively drops as a result of this, they're probably going to be fine. But it begs the question, how much money was really invested? Because the Fine Brothers actually have their own television show on True TV. They've got a big office, which I believe over 40 employees. I'm sure they've got multiple new series and things in the works. And when you get this kind of negative press, how on earth can you continue to make positive products and get sponsorship and all kinds of things in the future when this is happening live? And that's, I think, the major concern here is, I'm sure just the YouTube revenue alone would pay enough for a normal person. But these guys went out and invested so much capital. They've got this big business, this studio, these people working in an office. I don't know if they're losing this much right now. I can't imagine how their sponsors are going to stay on with them and how they're going to continue to operate a business if sponsors are dropping left and right off of them. Who's going to want to have their product, advertised by the Fine Brothers when no one likes them? So ultimately, it's really up to you to make your own decision about the Fine Brothers. But the Fine Brothers decided that they were going to try to take matters into their own hands earlier today when they released an update video on their Fine Brothers Entertainment channel. Basically, it was like a 5 or 6 minute long video saying, listen, we really apologize. We must not have explained this to you correctly, and that's why. It's just a misunderstanding. Unfortunately, when you watch the video, they provide absolutely no new information. The analogy that they give in the video is, well, you could open up your own burger joint, or you could work for Burger King, and if you buy a Burger King franchise, you'll get their exclusive recipes, their exclusive branding, and chances are you'll do very successful because Burger King is already a successful enterprise. Now, you're free to go ahead and open your own burger joint if you want, but if you want to be successful, you're probably going to want to go under Burger King. And that's what they're talking about with this new React world idea that they have. But here's the problem with their analogy, right? If you work for Burger King, great. So you make your videos under React World. You get the React World logos, their promotion. You're probably going to get lots and lots of views. Of course, they're going to take a cut. So who knows what that arrangement is, right? Okay, that makes sense. But if you're going to open your own burger joint, all right, it's not like they trademarked the word burger, right? They trademarked the name Burger King. So you could probably Joe's Burger Joint, and you'd be perfectly fine. If they're trademarking the word React, it means you can't even have the name burger in the name of your business. So you'd have to be like, Joe's Sandwich Shop. And then you walk in, you're like, well, what kind of a restaurant is this? Oh, we sell burgers. Well, why don't you have burgers in the name of your business? Well, because I can't use it because Burger King trademarked the word burger itself, and now I can't have it in the name of my business. That's the difference here. If they had, Fine Brothers React or React World was this word they were trying to trademark, it would be a very different situation. They're not. They're trying to just trademark the word react, the word burger. And that's why their analogy doesn't hold up. It's actually a very incorrect analogy. And ultimately, when you watch this update/apology video, it comes off insincere, and it almost comes off like these two Fine Brothers guys are talking down to the viewers saying, we're sorry that you're not smart enough to understand what we're really trying to do. Really, just believe that we're really not trying to do bad things. And it just comes off as totally fake, and they look like two jackasses in my opinion. So, as you can see, the trend continues. I've only been filming for about 20 minutes, and you can already see from the start to the end of this video how many people have unsubscribed, and it's just going to continue to go virally. Who knows what's going to happen? But if anything, let this be a lesson to people who get YouTube famous. And trust me, I have learned this from personal experience. Do not get cocky. Do not get a big fucking egotistical head. And do not, by any way, shape, or form, think that the reason that you're popular on YouTube is because 100% of your hard work. Bullshit. Success on YouTube is a unique combination of hard work, being in the right place at the right time, a lot of fucking luck, and the fact that these two guys think that now they're going to completely own the market for React videos based off of their legal actions is the most ungrateful, egotistical, and greedy fucking thing they could possibly do, especially because they didn't invent the idea. They just took a popular idea, threw their already owned money into it to try to make it something high production value, and just because it took off, now we're gonna own it. Fuck the Fine Brothers and their bullshit. Who the fuck do they think they are? You know, again, like me trying to trademark Let's Play, I would never fucking do that. These guys have the biggest fucking heads on YouTube, and this is exactly the kind of shit that they deserve, in my opinion. So now that you kind of know the situation, what do you think? Leave a comment on the video, let me know what you think, and by the way, don't worry. Yes, I titled this video Phil Reacts, and the Fine Brothers have absolutely no legal ground to stand on to try to take it down because I didn't use any of their content in the video. They can't claim diddly shit, and if they try, don't worry, I'm going to get that shit overturned, and I'm going to make them a laughingstock. But you know what? I don't need to because everyone else already did, so it really will just be a moot point. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later for more of Phil Reacts.